Let's talk. Aren't you tired of having a weak week? Come on, seriously. Aren't you tired of having a weak week? It's here, there, everywhere. It's the week is leading you and not you leading the week. I'm talking about it having a mundane Monday, a terrible Tuesday, a worrisome Wednesday, a throwaway Thursday, a fickle Friday, a sorrowful Saturday, a subpar Sunday. Aren't you tired of that? Well, there are some things that you're going to have to do. There are some adjustments that you're going to have to make to win the week. I want to talk about how to overcome, but also how to be outstanding. How to overcome and be outstanding. One of those things that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to plan it out. Listen, I don't think that people plan to fail. They just fail to plan. And for so many people, and this may sound, like it's basic, granular. Yeah, I know, but a lot of people know, but they don't do. And so rather than them running the week runs them. There are some things that you have to make sure that you are doing each and every single day so that you can plan out your day, so that every hour, as best as you possibly can, is filled with what it is that you know you need to do. Because when you have planned out your life in detail just like that, you don't have time for frivolous things. You don't have time to say, I'm not going to schedule an appointment to argue. I've got that time blocked off. I'm not going to schedule an appointment to go back and forth with you. That does not fit in the schedule for my day. Because when you don't know what you want, somebody's going to decide what you get. And generally, it's going to be what you don't want. But how do you know what you don't want if you don't know what you do want? Are you confused yet? So is the person who doesn't know what they want. You have to have a plan of action, a plan for your life. Right? I plan out my meals. I plan out my day. I know what it is that I'm going to be wearing. I know what it is that I'm going to be eating. I know what it is that I'm going to be doing throughout the course of my life. I know what my workout schedule is going to be. I know what I need to be doing throughout the course of my work schedule. I know the certain things that need to be checked off for my workout schedule and my work schedule. Planning accordingly so that things can go as best as they possibly can according to plan. Things cannot go according to plan if you don't have one. Get a plan for your life. What does scripture say? Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain, so that he may run that readeth it. You can't run what you have not written out. You cannot run the particular race if you don't know what the route is. The planning of action is what it is. Here's another thing, and I think you're going to have to you ought to be striving for straight A's every week. I know we're back to school. I know, that may sound like, whoa, what are we talking about? Life is a school. School is life. Life is a classroom. There's going to be tests. There's going to be lessons. There's going to be things that you have to learn. In the school of life, what are you doing to get straight A's? What are you doing to pass? What is the plan of action that you have to have? One of those straight A's that you ought to be striving for begins with affirmation. You have to affirm your day. If you're going to win the week, it starts with one day at a time. You gotta affirm your day. Affirming your day. I like to say this: I'm in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, meeting the right people, making the right connections. Favor follows me and guides my footsteps. When I begin to say those kinds of words, when I begin to crown myself with joy and peace and increase, when I begin declaring certain things over my life, life now has to align based upon what it is that I say. It's what Henry Ford said. He said, if you think you can or you can't, you're right. What do you think about you? Because you will only live according to what you think about. If you believe that your day has value, if you believe that you have value, if you believe that you can win the week, here's what you'll do. You'll now plan accordingly. You'll now speak life over your life. You won't keep telling yourself what you can't do, what you can't become, what you can't overcome. You won't keep talking yourself out of what God wants you to step into. You won't have a weak week. No, because you put certain things in place so that you can start strong and then stronger. Affirming your day. What do you say about you? Because here's what I understand. The two most powerful words that you can really muster up, two of the most powerful words that you can use, particularly in the English lexicon, are the words I am. Are the words I am. Moses asked God, he said, hey, I'm going to Pharaoh. Who should I say sent me? God said, I am that I am. I'll be whatever you need me to be. I am. And whatever you say after those two words, I am, two of the most powerful words that you can use in the English lexicon. Whatever you put after those two words now dictates the lot of your life. I am, fill in the blank. Too many people, we filled in that blank with a failure. You filled in that blank with hopeless romantic. You filled in that blank with less than. You filled in that blank with insufficient. You filled in that blank with you don't have enough. You filled in the blank, well, I'm not them. You weren't supposed to be them. You're supposed to be you. You filled in that blank with you don't have the money. You filled in that blank with ineffective. And because you filled in the blank with that, now here's what happens. Life now mirrors your loose lips. Did you hear what I just said? Life now mirrors loose lips simply because of the lens that you are looking through. When you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at change. Can't be loose with your lips. You have to be intentional about what it is that you're saying. Your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. Your future or your funeral is on the tip of your tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Speak life over your life and watch life get better. Start filling in that blank with more than a conqueror. Start filling in that blank after that I am statement with telling yourself that you're smart, you're intelligent, you're beautiful, you're king, you're a queen. Your royalty demands loyalty. I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, meeting the right people, making the right connections. Favor follows me and guides my footsteps. You see? Now you make your mind have to adjust to your words. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I got to think it. I got to speak it. I have to say what I see until I see what I say. Secondly, we're talking about you winning the week. Listen, I'm getting straight A's this week. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna overcome. I'm gonna be outstanding. Affirmation is one of those A's. Here's the next one. Attitude is one of those A's. Your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines how high or low you go. You cannot expect to have a great week with a poor attitude. Come on. As you're in the throes of this week right now, there are some adjustments that you need to make. Don't give up on the week. It ain't over yet. Don't give up. Don't throw it away. There's some adjustments that you can make along the way. And the adjustment is in the attitude. Heard somebody say your attitude is like a flat tire. You ain't going nowhere until you change it. You're going to be stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. You're not going anywhere until you change that attitude. And for many of us, because our attitude has not been in the right particular place, we have allowed life to become a slow leak for us. And it's become a slow leak and a slow week. When now we got to muster up that energy. You got to get that attitude together. We get our attitude together based upon what it is that we say about ourselves. Here's what we got to do. Sometimes we got to talk to ourselves. Self, let's get it together. Self, you're not working hard enough. Self, come on. Take that attitude off the shelf. Being able to support yourself and having that attitude that says, I'm going to be determined. I'm going to make it happen by any means necessary. Every day may not be perfect, but every day has purpose. Everything may not go according to what it is that you have planned. But there are some lessons, life lessons along the way that are going to cause you to gain insight, to see and seize the opportunity. To, here it is, carpe diem. That's Latin for seize the day. You can't win the week until you first seize the day. It is one day at a time. It's 1 hour at a time. It's 1 minute at a time. Win every hour. Win every hour. How will I now manage my minutes? How will I hone in on these hours? How will I stay strong each second? You don't win the week without winning the day. You don't win the day without honing in on the hours and managing your time. That's where planning comes in. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We're going to get these straight A's in this school of life. You can overcome, you can be outstanding because you affirm your day, you shift your attitude, because there's going to be some things that try to knock you off your square. You got to overcome that. Got to overcome it. Got to manage it. Got to find the light at the end of the tunnel so that you can now be outstanding. And the only way that you're going to overcome and the only way that you're going to be outstanding is if you take action. Straight A's, affirmation, attitude, action. You have to take action. You cannot expect the week to just, happen by osmosis. You cannot just fly by the seat of your pants. You cannot be double-minded. Double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. You're tossed to and fro by every wind and wave of doctrine, by the sea like a sail, ship without a cell. So you've got to take action. You know what you need to do. You know that it needs to be done. And here's what I understand. It won't get done unless you do it. The opposite of procrastination is action. And procrastination is the arrogant belief that God's going to give you another opportunity to do what he told you to do today. Everything cannot be done all at once. But if you can break it into chunks, if you can part and parcel it, manage it, it will get done. Why? Because you're now taking action. It's what W. Clement Stone said. He said, if you're dealing with procrastination, if you're grappling with procrastination, when you wake up every single morning, say these words 50 times. Do it now. Do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. Say it 50 times. Before you go to bed, say it 50 times. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Why am I saying that? One is that I'm affirming. Two is that I'm adjusting my attitude, that when I now have to tackle a project, have something to do, have an assignment to fulfill, I don't retreat. I complete. I go after it rather than run away from it. So I'm in a particular place of affirming. That's the do it now. Reframing my brain, retraining my brain, unwinding my mind, aligning my mind. Now, based upon me doing all of that with the attitude adjustment as well to it, now I'm in a particular place to where I'm able to take action. No procrastination formed against you shall prosper. I'm taking action so that I can prosper. I'm going to eliminate all of the excuses as to why it won't work so that I can execute. Take all the excuses off the table so that you can step into a season of execution, so that you can step into the time of execution. And the only way that you get into the time frame of execution is by taking action. This is how you win the week. This is how you do it. This is how you remain steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. This is how you overcome and you remain outstanding. Time to win the week. Time to get those straight A's with affirmation, with attitude, and with action. I want you to take action by getting into a community like mine that is going to promote your greater growth, your next level, the adjustments of the things that you need to make in regard to the affirmation, the attitude, you taking action. You need to be in a system. You need to be in a community where other people have made the attitude adjustments and are affirming themselves and are now taking action. Here's what happens. All of that becomes it becomes something that is tangible. It becomes something that now becomes a domino effect. It becomes contagious. You begin to catch on to that particular vibe, and now you take your life to another dimension. I want you to enroll in my academy. Talk about how to manage the school of life, how to really get straight A's, how to win the week, how to overcome and be outstanding at the same time. My community is where it is that is going to cause you to grow. I'm coaching, I'm teaching, I'm training, I'm mentoring you, I'm empowering you to get to the next level, and I'm showing you how to do that. I don't just tell you, I show you, and I give you practical steps on how to do that. I want you to enroll now, and you can enroll now and to be a part of my Eagles Academy. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. Theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. It's time for you to shift your ideas into income, into impact, into influence, into increase. My community is going to cause you and empower you to do that. Take advantage of it right now. Theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. I know you were transformed by this conversation. So I want you to give a love donation. You were transformed by this conversation. So give a love donation. Your support helps me to support people. You giving helps me to give back to other people. Helps me to do that, not just online, but also offline as I'm feeding the community, as I'm mentoring many of our young boys through my reading and literacy development program, Boys to Books, Powering Young Men Through Literacy, Leadership, Life Skills Enrichment. As I work as a pastor at the Remnant, where we are growing continually week by week, as I am giving back, taking care of people in the community who are dealing with food insecurity. So many things that I've rolled up my sleeves to do the work, and I would that you would support the work. Once again, I know you were empowered by this conversation. Drop a love donation. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, even on Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description of this video for how and where to give. I appreciate you even in advance for supporting me as I do the work locally, nationally, and globally. Let me know what you thought about the show in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about the show in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I've been growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. Let me know what you thought about the show in the comments below. I gotta go. Family, I want you to know, it's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep, there it is, keep soaring higher. I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. And you're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right now.